when Hickstead collapsed, you said that he made sure you were all right. Is that what you did?
Yeah, that's what I believe. You know, it's hard for me to remember second per second what happened, but he collapsed, and I was far away from him. I think he collapsed in a way that he made sure that he did not injure me in the process.
Have you been able to confirm exactly how he died, and how long did you expect that you would be able to ride Hickstead? I'm not familiar with the length of life for a horse.
Well, Tim, I'll read you maybe the report of how he died. I think he for sure had one more year in him. It was a horse that was competing on an international circuit at a very high level. Another Olympic wasn't out of range for him. I wouldn't have taken him if he wasn't in the best of shape, but for sure he had one full year in front of him, and he also has a breeding stallion after that. So the loss is very large based on that. I mean, I think it's a horse that you would have loved to retire, given him a retiring ceremony as he deserved, and but wasn't meant to be.
Okay, so just the answer to your first question, we do have the official, what most people would refer to as an autopsy report. I actually learned this morning that when it deals with horses, it's called a necropsy report, and the cause of death was an acute aortic rupture. So a key artery to the heart ruptured, causing heart failure. That's the official report.
No priors, no indications at all, Eric, of what was going on. I understand that they're Formula One's kind of horses. Don't you have exams and stuff like that they go through?
Yeah, absolutely. He had a veterinarian that looked at him twice or 3 times a week. I mean, you can imagine a horse like that had the best care in the world. He traveled a lot. He was very healthy. I think this is just a fluke thing that can happen to any human or horse. Yeah, I know he was in very, very good health, jumping very well, having just won the million in Calgary, and again in Verone, jumping very well. So no, this is not something that we felt. I mean, this was always a horse we protected. If he wasn't in great shape, we really backed down. There was a few injury along the way, and we gave him the proper rest. And he just happened to be healthier than any other horse. I mean, he did more competition.
Eric, during that last round that you jumped in Verona before the collapse, in retrospect, is there anything about him that didn't feel? In retrospect, is there anything about him that just didn't feel like Hickstead you knew?
No, not at all. He had 4 faults. Indoors, that was his first indoors of the year. He always took a show to get at ease with himself. His next big show was going to be Paris and Geneva with the top 10. So no, nothing unusual with the round. The warm-up was normal. The last jump felt normal, which he jumped really well. It was a few strides after that.
Comment comptez-vous vous préparer pour les Olympiques, compte tenu des circonstances?
In French?
Oui, si vous voulez.
Comme j'ai dit déjà, on a des très bons chevaux qui sont dans nos écuries, des jeunes chevaux qui seront peut-être prêts dans 5 ans pour les prochains Jeux. Mais pour tout de suite, les chevaux qu'on a, c'est des très bons chevaux, mais peut-être pas au assez bon niveau pour aller aux Olympiques, oui, pour essayer de gagner une médaille, non. Alors j'ai beaucoup de support de beaucoup de mes propriétaires et je crois que tout le monde va essayer très fort d'essayer de trouver avant le 31 décembre avec moi un cheval qui a beaucoup de talent et qui me donne une saison à me mettre avec pour réessayer de refaire ce que j'ai fait à Beijing.
Eric, you mentioned earlier you wanted to honor Hickstead this week. How do you define and hope to do that?
Well, you know, I could not tell you how many emails I've received of best wishes on behalf of Hickstead and people thinking of me from all over the world. I think because Hickstead was such an international horse, he didn't get a lot of time to come to Canada at the end. I think me being here, you guys being here, the media, I think the people that are going to come to the Royal just get sort of a last look and just remembers him. If I would have stayed back in Europe and avoided coming to the Royal because I didn't feel great about riding, I don't think he would have got the recognition that he has received already and he's about to get.
How did you feel about the recognition you got last night when you came out on Bill?
Well, you know, it's pretty emotional for me. I mean, I knew why the people were clapping and everything else. I think it was a very, very special horse that I think was very exciting to watch. I think he did everything for the people that were watching him. He enjoyed the loud crowd. So I think it's very well suited the way the people reacted last night. Unfortunately, the horse I'm riding here doesn't like too much noise. Well, that's another story. That'll be for another competition. But they can make as much noise as they want tonight as well. Like I said, I'm just here to remember Hickstead, and it's for me. I was honored by last night.
How about the reaction from your peers? The show jumpers wore armbands yesterday to training board said Hickstead was the best horse in history yesterday. How do you feel about it?
Well, I think he is the best horse in history. I mean, there's been a lot of great horses. It's hard to see who's the best of all of them. But I think any great European or North American rider will now concede that he was the best horse in the world. And there maybe won't be another one like him. I hope any riders will have the chance to have experienced what I experienced on such a horse, because it does changes your life and your career. And I think all the riders from around the world, my European friends, North American friends, were so supportive, made the decision of not continue the event in Verone. I've received plenty of email. You know, I think everybody loved that horse.
You said that when you got him 7 or 8 years ago, he was not the horse he became. Can you tell me what he was like when you first started riding him and what the horse he was today?
Yeah, that's also a bit of a sad story because we'd just purchased him and we weren't so happy with him. So different story. But no, he was a very difficult horse. We had to work very hard at bringing him where he was. He did not like the water obstacle. He was very spooky. He was a very difficult horse. There's many times I gave up and thought this wasn't never going to work. So that's why I say that for me to say that I knew Hickstead was going to become Hickstead is not the truth. I mean, when he turned 9, we realized the talent that he had. When we bought him, we realized the talent that he had, but we really thought his character was going to stop him from being a great horse. But we persevere, and then I just think he had a taste of a few victory, and he really loved it, and it just made him better every single time.